What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Off the Top podcast. Big episode this week. More albums are coming, big ones. We got Tyler the Creator, Lil Uzi Vert. Also, we got big news. Young Thug is free, so no
Yeah,
more
big
Free
week.
Thug. Yeah,
Yeah,
lots of good stuff. And then we got a playlist battle later. It's gonna be good. But I
I'm
just I
excited,
can't
man.
believe every week there's really good albums to talk about.
I know. I feel like I say it every week, but 2024 just continues to be the best year in hip hop I've ever witnessed, at least so far. We still got 2 months, so
Yeah.
we'll see. People could still shake it up,
So yeah,
but yeah,
Chromacopia, Eternal at Take Two. We'll be giving full reviews on those later in the episode. We're going to talk about them. We're going to react to those first. Or yeah, make sure you subscribe while you're here. Of course, new
yeah.
episodes
First things first.
every Monday. Make sure you're
Yep.
here. So I have the first week sales for the last 5 Tyler albums. They've actually, so I don't have it here for Wolf, Goblin, or Bastard, but I have Cherry Bomb and On. So
Okay.
it's actually crazy. What would you have guessed was the biggest album first week sales wise for Tyler?
Probably call me if you get lost or Flower Boy.
It was Call Me If You Get Lost. They go up every time, as you can see
Wow.
here. Cherry Bomb was 51K. Flower Boy was 106K. Igor 165. Call Me If You Get Lost 169. And Chromacopia with
Wow.
just 4 days on the charts 297. Dropped on a Monday. It will
That's
debut
crazy.
at number one with 4 days.
Almost doubled up almost. Call me if you get lost in terms of first week sales, but huge album release. We're gonna review it later. I guess to spoil it, it's a great album.
Yeah,
We'll
it
get
was.
into
I
it though.
liked it.
We'll wait.
It
But
is.
yeah, it
We didn't
deserved the
even know about it.
297K. Well,
It was
that's the
only
thing.
announced
That's
a week ago. Damn,
yeah.
got people
I
really
mean,
hyped. They went and downloaded the album.
well, he's taking it to Playboy Cardi and Kanye and all these people that say they're gonna release albums but never do. You tease it, you announce it, then you release it. Come on now, stand on your word.
And then right here, these are just the U.S. albums right now. Number one, Tyler, 297 with Chromacopia. Number two is Halsey with a third of that. So
Okay.
Tyler's definitely gonna have a number one album whenever the charts come out on
Oh
Monday or
yeah.
Tuesday. Chromacopia definitely going number one. There's the cover if you somehow didn't see it.
So
But
Cherry Bomb
yeah,
sold what, 50K or so?
50K first week. Yeah,
Yeah.
51. 51.
I wonder what Wolf sold.
Yeah, it must have been less than that, right? I assume.
I don't know. I
And
don't know.
Bastard was a mixtape, so they probably don't even have data on that. But Goblin
Yeah,
had to be
no, probably not.
5K. 5,000 people bought it.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll wait for that review. Young Thug is
Oh yeah,
officially
that too.
coming home after what, 2.5 years in court during this
Something like that,
trial.
yeah.
He
Does it seem like
officially,
it's been that long?
not really. I guess time's just flying. I don't know what it is.
Two
I
and a
think
half
we're just
years is a
getting old.
long time.
Hell yeah, it
You would
is,
think.
dude. Hell
Just be
yeah,
in
it is.
jail.
But I guess he accepted a plea deal. Um, so he'll be coming home. I think he's got like 15 years probation or something. The
Yeah.
terms being he can't go back to Atlanta. The only YSL member you can associate with is Gunna and his brother, amongst other things. But at least he's coming home, and hopefully we get new music from him soon.
Yeah, I do have a
Yeah.
couple clips here. So this clip, it's just a 25-second clip. This is them asking basically for permission for Young Thug to still see Gunna because he's not supposed to have contact, like you just said, with all the people in the Rico case. But they requested to have access to Gunna, and this is that video. It's
Yeah, I got to
kind of
see this
crazy.
clip.
Contact with any of the co-defendants in this indictment, with the exception of Mr. Quantavious Greer, that is his biological brother, as well as Mr. Sergio Kitchens. He's a phenomenal artist. He goes
Yo,
performer
let's
known as
go,
Gunna,
dude.
G-U-N-N-A. Mr. Williams
That's
and
crazy.
Mr. Kitchens are contractually obligated, and they frequently perform music.
So they're
To
like, he needs to be able
Hey.
to see Gunna. We can't let that happen.
The Gunna snitch alligators alligators are punching the air right now. Come on now. We need a Young Thug Gunna collab album. That'd be crazy.
When did Gunna get out?
that was like, I mean, he released Gift and a Curse after, and that was at least a year ago.
Yeah, he's had 2 albums since then, right?
Yeah,
2
one of
full-length
one.
albums.
Yep.
So Gunna's been out for a minute, and Thug is out as of whatever, yesterday or whenever all this came out.
All
I
right,
have
so over under
okay
2 months
for an
to before
album.
for an album.
I would say that's probably about right.
I'm right now, so over or under.
Okay, it's November 1st today, so before the
Yeah,
new year.
before the new year.
I'll say yeah, under.
Okay.
'Cause I
2024 is gonna deliver again.
I feel like he has to have
Yeah.
tracks ready. Like he's got to be
Yeah,
ready to put music out after
maybe.
2.5 years. He did do an
Yeah.
album. He did Business is Business
Yeah,
during all of this.
which we reviewed. Great
Yeah,
album.
I still really like that. I still listen to that a lot.
I
I
think it's a bit
listened to some of it
underrated.
today. Yeah,
Yeah.
people don't talk about that, but I mean, I love Young Thug. He's one of my favorite artists, so I'm excited that he's coming home and we're gonna get new music. I'm
Yeah,
really
man.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, so that's the news. What are the actual specifics? Like, I
Yeah,
think he got.
this is
Go ahead. You got the
this is
link.
the other clip I have. It's about a minute and a half, but this is the judge sentencing him. Like this is
Okay.
the actual sentencing of
All
Young
right.
Thug right here.
Breaking news, people. You're seeing it here first.
The total sentence, but I'm also going to impose a $15,000
nothing.
fine
Yeah.
with regard to that count. Count 57, 20 years to serve 5, commuted to time served. The balance of 15 years probated, concurrent with count 1. Count 58, 10 years to serve 5, commuted to time served. Balance probated, concurrent with count 1. 59, 5 years to serve.
So when they say commuted to time served, they mean he'd already
concurrent with
did it
count
in
1.
court.
6
While he's
Okay.
been sitting there for 2.5 years, is basically so.
He served his 5 years and 2.5 years in court. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Bring him home.
65 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. Count 61, 5 years to serve. That is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded. Count 62, 10 years to serve, also required to be served consecutively. That's going
I
to be
don't know what this
consecutive
means.
to count 61, also backloaded. So essentially, the total sentence is 40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation, followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation. If you are successful in completing your 15 years probation, that
There you
will
go.
be commuted to time served.
Yeah. So
Um,
there was basically a shitload of nonsense gibberish
This
court
book-
talk for saying
yeah.
you get to go home. Like that's great. His lawyer is a legend for that.
that is insane. If he's actually coming home, because I think, is he home now?
I'm assuming he is because like they were saying time served. I'm pretty sure like after sentencing you
Commuted
get to
to
go home.
time served. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
This is just like a summary of it here. Here, let me zoom in on this a little bit. Young Thug is coming home. After entering a non-negotiated plea deal, here is Judge Whitaker's sentence. 15 years on probation, 40 years to serve 5, but commuted to time served, backloaded 20 years, which is basically he'll have to serve 20 years in custody if he doesn't complete his probation. Probation stipulations. Unable to be in Atlanta. Can't go to Atlanta. That's kind of crazy, but
Yeah, that's
I guess
wild.
it's better than being in jail. Must perform 4 yearly shows that raise awareness against gang violence.
Hey, truly humbled under God. Let's go.
Exactly. He
Young
is
Thug.
able to travel and make music to work. Unable to have contact with any co-defendant in the RICO case. Other than Gunna and his brother, we saw that clip. They did give them permission to see Gunna, so that's a win for the culture.
W.
And then cannot promote gangs in any way or make gang-related music. What does that mean, though? Like, he just has to, kind of be a little more careful with what he's saying, basically?
Yeah.
Gang
I
related,
don't
like
know.
if he says a certain word, they're like, "That's it, you're going back."
He's good. He's just gonna release a gospel album. Let's go.
I no, it's just like I don't. It's kind of hard to dictate what someone says with like slang and everything. Like if he says gang shit, is that like you're done?
Yeah, I don't
Like it
know.
is
I don't know
weird.
the specifics. Right? Are you
But he's
allowed to
coming home.
mention YSL on your music at all anymore? Because
I
that's
assume
gang
no.
related. No.
Yeah, unless he's
I
like
mean,
fuck
in the eyes of the
YSL.
court, I mean, he's never gonna say that.
Yeah,
But
so he can't talk about it. But yeah, he's
right.
coming home. New Thug music on the way. No more free Thug. He's free.
Let's go. By the end of the year, we're gonna have a new Thug album. You
Do
heard
you
it here.
agree? You think under 2 months though?
I think it's
That
gonna be
is
around
so
two
short.
months, maybe the
Yeah,
beginning of next year, but around there.
because that seems right. Like he has to just be ready. He's
Hell
been in there
yeah,
for so long.
and he's a dude that releases a lot of music too. I feel like so.
That's what I'm saying. We might get two or like a 30
Could
track
you
album.
imagine? Right.
But yeah, Young Thug out. I was like, so Young Thug's like really one of my favorite modern contemporary
Hell
artists.
yeah,
Like I listen
dude.
to Young Thug a lot.
Second most influential behind Future.
Thug just has been putting out good albums for so long. Like even
Yeah, I
So
mean
Much
he.
Fun and all the recent ones, I still really
Yep.
like. Like
Yep.
I'm a diehard, so that's great news
I
for
mean,
me.
people tried to replicate the Thug sound, still do. You know what I'm saying? So bring him home.
All right. Well, we have a new segment, or I don't know. It's like a game of segment we're gonna try today. We're calling it Playlist Battle. If there's a better name, let us know. So essentially, what we're doing is I've created a playlist of like 15 to 20 songs. I'm going to show Colin these songs, and then he has to like guess the name of the playlist or like what you would name the playlist, right? Is there a better way to describe that? That's about right.
No. Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
Oof.
So I have a 20 song playlist here. There's 20. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to go through song by song, and then you're going to tell me the name of this playlist. And
All
I
right,
guess give
let's.
it a score too. Let me know if you would bump this playlist.
Okay.
You know
All
what I
right.
mean?
All right. Let's do it, man.
Okay, we're gonna pull it up on the screen here. Let's. Okay,
Okay. No more parties in LA. Renegade by Eminem.
yeah.
Look at
Number
me
one.
now.
Number one is No More
Hmm.
Parties in L.A. Number two is Renegade. Number three is Look at Me Now, classic banger, not talked about enough. Nothing But a G Thing,
True.
Money Trees, Uncommon Valor, throwback,
What the
legendary song.
fuck is this playlist?
Life's a Bitch, Forgot About Dre, California Love, Pink Matter by Frank Ocean, Survival Tactics by Joey Badass, classic, Victory, shout out P. Diddy, Verbal Intercourse, Like That, a modern one, No
This is
Complaints, Johnny
so
P's
weird.
Caddy, Just in Time by JID, Off the Grid, Wants and Needs, and Family Ties.
This is so hard.
Is it?
Wow.
Okay, I thought it would be too easy, so I'm glad you just don't
Okay.
instantly know.
Well, my first instinct was like features that carry, but
Okay.
you can't really say features that carry No More Parties in LA. I mean,
You're in the right direction, yeah.
like legendary features is kind of what I'm aiming at. It's got to be like legendary collabs. I mean, off some of the best verses from some people. I mean, Off the Grid is 504's best verse ever,
Yeah.
arguably. Johnny P's Caddy, one of the best verses of the 2020s. Like That, one of the best verses. So I don't know. This is tough. What would you name this though?
Yeah, you kind of mentioned both of the options that I would have found acceptable. It was either like iconic features in hip hop or like songs where the feature carries the song.
Okay. Okay.
Like that's kind
Yeah.
of the idea. It's not exactly
Okay.
like a vibe or a feel, it's more of a theme,
Sure.
but it was hard, so I went with something a
Iconic
little easier.
collab songs almost.
Yeah, just like the best, you got it like pretty solid. Like I
Okay.
would definitely give you credit for that. So what would you rate this playlist out of 10? Would you bump this on your 90-minute car ride?
I'm definitely bumping this playlist out of 10.
I mean, there's lots of Uncommon Valor with Look at Me Now and
This might be a
Survival
10.
Tactics. You know?
Verbal
It's-
Intercourse,
yeah.
Like That, No Complaints.
Right.
Like this This is a great playlist.
There's old and new school on here. Kendrick shows up a couple times as a feature
Realistically,
and a main
this is like
artist.
a 9.5 playlist.
Right.
Really though.
It's just full of bangers. It is
Hell
kind of a
yeah.
cheat code to put some of the best, feature songs of all time.
Right.
So it's gonna be
right.
good. But like, I just feel like this would get you in the zone,
Hell
because
yeah.
all these songs are full of people just like going super hard on someone else's song, just
I
like
was
get jammed
wondering.
up.
Because that's why I was wondering, like, best verses from that specific person. Because you had, like, I don't know, maybe Nas on Verbal Intercourse or Kendrick on Like That or J. Cole on Johnny P's Caddy. Again, 5 Foreign, but
Yeah,
solid. Wants and
no,
Needs with Lil Baby down there. I see that.
you were kind of dead on. I thought it might be too easy, but yeah, I mean, you got it. It
Okay.
is a fun challenge though, so I'm interested to see if I'm gonna be anywhere close to getting what you got here.
Okay. Well, I got an easy one for you. I'll start off easy. And
Okay,
then I
we'll
got a
see.
little bit of a tougher one for you. So this one
They're,
you should get right off the bat. I didn't think you were going to be able to. Whatever. All right, let's go. Ready?
they're both gonna
Here
be
we go.
hard.
Nah, this is easy. Here we go. This is playlist named what? So we got Heartless by Kanye West here. We got Kim by Eminem. We got Lucid Dreams by Juice World. We got Act 3 by Four Bats. Marvin's Room by Drake. Emotionally Scarred, Little Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Still Think About You. A Boogie with the Hoodie.
I'm piecing it together.
Yeah, that's where you piece it together in the middle here. We got I Don't Fuck With You, Big Sean. Beautiful Pain, Polo G. Sad by Triple X. We got
Yep.
The Way Life Goes, Lil Uzi Vert. We got a shout out Chromakopia. We had to throw one of them in here. We got Darling I.
Okay, yeah.
Tizo feature. Out of My Hands, Future and Metro. Circles, of course, by Mac Miller. And Calling My Phone, Lil TJ. What is the name of this playlist, Tom?
My girl just left me. I need help.
Yeah, this is the heartbreak
Yeah.
playlist for sure, bro. If you just went through a breakup, this will get you right. No matter what you're feeling. If you're feeling evil,
yeah, you went Heartless Kim, and I was like, okay, this is like a gym playlist, obviously.
Right. Well, that's why if I knew you were gonna be looking at it, I would have switched these around because Heartless Kim, Lucid Dreams is like, okay, I know what you're going for here, but
I
you
didn't know
got it.
till like Marvin's Room, honestly.
Right.
That was the
Right.
giveaway. I was like, okay, Marvin's Room.
Okay.
I get what you're putting down.
Out of 10, though, what are you rating this playlist?
Out of 10, these are definitely some of the songs that I go to when I'm feeling like I need to cry.
You
know,
Right.
like Still Think About You by A Boogie, underrated banger. I'm thinking like a 8-4.
Okay, fair enough.
Would make me cry, but I think I would still need like to watch some dogs wait for their owners who died to never come home or something.
Right, just watch some
to get the rest out.
Facebook shorts for a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
I
got
get what
that
you're
one.
Down. I
got that one quick. I got one that I don't think you're gonna get though. So here we go. I'll move on to my second one. How hard could it be? That's a good question. So let's see what we got here. Guess this playlist, Tom. We got Sticks and Stones by J. Cole. We got God Don't Make Mistakes by Conway the Machine. Big Dog, Benny the Butcher, and Lil Wayne. Meet the Grams by Kendrick Lamar, of course. Lost Times, Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips. Ruby Rosary, ASAP, and J. Cole. Lost Forever, Travis, Westside Gun on Utopia. Bad Juju, Rock Marciano. We got Together Forever, The Red Moon on Osaka. Johnny P's Caddy, again, was on yours. We got Kendrick's We Cry Together. $500 Ounces, one of the best songs on Pray for Paris. Eminem's Stepdad. And again, Ostertag by Westside Gun. So, what is the name of this playlist, Tom?
Okay, there's a couple things going through my head, but I don't think he produced all these songs. I was like, is this just like an Alchemist Greatest Hits playlist? But he didn't do all of them. I don't think he did Stepdad by Eminem and a couple other ones. So I guess the other thing that was going through my mind was like a lot of Buffalo rap on here. A lot of East Coast Buffalo Cats, which also kind of reinforces the Alchemist thing. It's like gritty or Alchemist type beat music or something. I don't know.
You're right on. I thought it was going to be more tough for you. These are all produced by The Alchemist.
Are
All
they?
these songs, yep, are produced by The
Stepdad?
Alchemist.
I
Stepdad
didn't know that.
does have credits by The Alchemist. There it is.
Okay. I did not know that at all, honestly. I had no idea.
Yeah, one of the few times Eminem and Alchemist have worked together. But there you go. I mean, you got it fucking right away.
Damn. I'm
Got
impressed.
it right away. These are 2020's Alchemist songs, so
Oh, they're all recent too. I didn't even really notice that, but yeah.
yep.
A lot of Buffalo Cats on there though.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh
you
yeah.
could
Some
you could have
great
just said it
songs,
was
too.
a
I mean,
Buffalo rap playlist. I would have believed you. If you
some
took
of my
Eminem
favorite
off.
songs. God Don't Make Mistakes. One of my favorite rap songs of all time. I mean, $500 Ounces. Johnny P's Caddy. It's one of the best songs of the 2020s. It just keeps going.
I mean, yeah, it appeared on both of our playlists, an Alchemist playlist and the greatest features of all time
Right.
playlist. So
Right.
it is a
Well, there you
great
go.
track.
Good job, bro. You fucking sniffed that one right out.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I did not know he did a couple of those. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know he had production credits with Eminem on that song. That's
Mr.
interesting.
Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah.
A couple surprising ones. He's got a resume, dude. I mean, I could put 30 in there, really.
Oh yeah, I mean if you were really going all out, you could have filled it. I was trying to stay around 15, 20 though, so it wasn't like too crazy or obvious or anything like that.
Well, damn, next time I got to make it like I got to think deep about the next one cuz I
Yeah.
thought I was going to first one I knew you were going to get. I was like, let me throw him an easy one, a floater. Then I was like, okay, let me just put songs that got something weird in common together that he might not think of. But you got it. You locked onto it. So good job.
Bang.
Boom.
Before we review Chromacopia and Eternal Atake, I just thought this was funny. Did you see 50 Cent? Okay. Everyone knows and loves him. He turned down $3 million to perform at Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden. They offered him
Damn.
$3 million to come and support Trump, and he's like, nah, I'm team Kamala, you know?
Bruh, he's got that vitamin water money. He don't need Trump's money, man.
True. He has the best sponsor basically of all time.
Period. I say more?
Doesn't he own Vitamin Water or something?
Yeah, probably like 51%.
I'm pretty sure he like owns that shit.
I didn't even put that together. You're like the ultimate vitamin water fan. I knew you were gonna show one. See,
Yeah.
I told y'all.
I always
But-
have one next to me.
I'm telling
At
you,
all
dude.
times.
And
Me
you
and
know why?
50
That's
Cent agreed
50
to that.
Cent. 50
Yeah.
Cent don't need Trump's 3 million. He got
True.
about fucking 5 from you in the past 10 years.
Do you think that
Shit.
works though? Like if you're going to a Trump rally, is 50 Cent who you want to see? I mean, me, yeah. But like the average Trump fan, I feel like no, they want like Morgan Wallen up in that piece.
Right? Maybe. I don't
Like
know.
they don't want 50 Cent.
I don't
Or
know.
I guess they want to play Many Men, right? That's the idea.
Right? Yeah. That's exactly why he. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense now.
Because they want him to walk out to Many Men, which
It
is
makes
fair.
sense.
I would do the
It
same
is fair.
thing if I just got shot.
Hey, I would do that too.
Yeah. I mean,
That
it
would
is
be
like the
badass.
hardest song of all time.
Dude, it's the only song you can play after you get shot and come back like, what's up?
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
It's the only option.
Like Ricky Pearsall, he's been listening to that for weeks at the football
Right.
field. Trump.
Right.
It's everyone who's been shot's favorite song. Which,
Telling
fair
you.
enough. Is there a
50
harder
cents.
song? Just in general? Like a more hard song?
Not
It's
really,
not the-
nah. It's like
Yeah.
the best. It's arguably the greatest rap song of all time.
I think I put that
If you
one.
think about it,
Yeah.
it's
It's
up
definitely
there.
top 5.
It's up there.
It's so good. But yeah, he turned it down, so 50 Cent will not be at the Trump rally.
Shot of vitamin water. But
I
all
thought that
right,
was funny. They're going for Trump. They're going for 50 Cent. That's amazing.
fucking, they're going for Trump too. But all right, into the music reviews. Let's get it, Tom. Let's fucking
All
give
right.
us a solid intro here.
This week, big albums. Tyler the Creator releases Chromakopia. What is it? 14 tracks, like 50 minutes. It just got announced a couple weeks ago. We got Noid as a single. We got Saint Chroma as a single. Lots of new visuals and Tyler's or what?
Lots of new Tylers.
That's not what I meant to say. But lots of
Lots of new
visuals,
Tylers.
merch, videos. Like we got the whole Tyler the Creator album rollout experience. It's finally here.
Right.
It dropped on a Monday at 6 a.m. So we've had like a few days to live with the album, listen to it a few times. pick our favorite tracks. Because when a new album comes out, I listen to it. I favorite my favorite songs, and then I just listen to those a bunch of times.
Yeah,
But you have to listen to
replay
it for
them.
the
Yeah,
first time all the way through. But yeah,
right.
Chromacopia is out. We've had it for a few days. What did you think about Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia? What'd you think? Let me
I
know.
mean,
I'm
we all
ready.
knew he wasn't gonna miss. I mean, Tyler the Creator, he doesn't miss on album experiences, full albums ever. I
Hasn't
mean,
in a long
since
time.
he really hasn't ever. And again, he created a unique experience, a unique world with this one. He goes in depth with the concepts of the album, song concepts, some great performances just in terms of rapping and vocal performances from him. But I thought it was great. What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was like kind of worried. Like, am I over excited? Do I have too high of expectations for this? Is it gonna let me down? Is it gonna be not as good as the last three? But honestly, it like didn't disappoint me. If anything, it was actually better than I was expecting. Because based on like what we heard from Noid and Saint Chrome, I was kind of expecting more of an Igor vibe. If we're like comparing it to a previous album. But I feel like he really did kind of take the best parts of his last three and kind of mix them all together into this album.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Chromacopia feels like a culmination of the best parts of the last three.
I actually do agree. There's some great rapping on here. Like I
So good.
said, great concepts and songs, some great vocal performances. But I guess let's just start with the first song on the track list, Saint Chroma, the first single we got, the Army March type beat,
Yeah.
with Tyler rapping an entire verse while whispering, which I thought was interesting. To the in your face beat switch right off the bat. Thought it was a great way to start the album. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Saint Chroma isn't my favorite song on the album, but it's like the atmosphere is good. There's cool production going on, and I do think it kind of sets like the vibe of the next 13 or whatever tracks. Like it kind of gives you an idea of what the album's going to sound like. And at the end, like in the video that he posted, when there's that drop and everything goes to color, and it's kind of like like the drop of the song. Like it is a cool, fun song. It's just not one that I'm going to go back to a ton. Like I don't love
Fair
it. I
enough.
don't hate it. I'm surprised it was a single because it's not really like a re-listenable song. It's kind of just like an
I
atmosphere
don't
setter.
know.
I feel
To
like.
some people, it could. I don't know. I could re-listen to it. I think it might be one of the more I don't know. See, that's the thing with Tyler. It's tough because every song's so unique and
Yeah,
sounds so different. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say which ones I'll go back to the most. But I didn't think it was bad by any means. But after Saint Chroma, you get into the more braggadocious rapping on track two
yeah,
with Ratata.
that's the one right
Loved
there.
the short hook with the four verses. I thought that was just a great concept, like structurally for a song, which is great.
The beat
Uh,
is so hard on Ratata too. It's just like
yeah,
a hard hitting, high energy. Tyler just talking his shit.
yeah. I
I
mean,
loved
he continues to
Ratata.
push the boundaries for real and like creating new sounds throughout the album, and it really starts on Saint Chroma. Like, when's the last time you heard an army march beat? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing shit that you've never heard really before. So I give it to him. Ratata was great. And we get into Noid, the next track.
Hmm.
You know me, I love the little production hints here and there. I thought the transition from Ratata to Noid was flawless. Like, I just love that little shit, thoughtful shit throughout the album. You know what I'm saying? So,
This was one of
but
the
what you,
lead singles. Yeah.
yeah, what'd you think of Noid?
So to me, Noid is like it's a little long and drawn out, but I really like the rap verses that Tyler has. So I feel like I do like Noid. I just feel like it's a little long and it doesn't need to be. Like if it was condensed into like a 3.5 minute song, as long as the verses like were exactly the same, I feel like I would like it more. But I still like it. I think it's a strong song. And this one I'm less like this makes sense as a single to me more than like Saint Chroma does.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the writing's definitely feels like a bit deeper. Like, it feels like better writing. Him talking about his
Definitely.
paranoia and shit throughout the. I feel like maybe more put together concept for a song where he talks about how he's worried for his general safety and he knows every crack in the floorboards of his house and shit. Um, to
Yeah,
just overall lack of privacy from being Tyler. So I think it's a great song in terms of writing and concept. I thought it was good. So that's one of the highlights for me probably in the album.
Yeah, no, it is good. I just feel like it could have been even better if it was like a little less drawn out. But I still liked it a lot. Like it's a good song. I like Noid.
Fair enough. I mean, next track is Darling I, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Next track is Darling I, and this is one of my favorites on the album so far. Maybe my favorite.
Same
The
here.
great
Tizo.
great co-op performance from Tyler and Tizo was just on point. Tyler continues his great rapping too on this project. His flows and cadences seem to be on point and fluid, and of course, the production again is top tier. Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs on the album right now.
One of
Shout
my
out to you.
top. It's top 4 or 5 for me as well. I love this song. Tyler and Tizo just like work so well on a track together. Their vibes, their sounds just work. Tizo singing the beautiful soft voice and Tyler's like aggressive rapping on the Tyler production. Like they're just like a great match. Really, really
Yeah,
like Darling Eye. It's a strong ass song. I fucking love it.
I agree. And then next track, we get into again more of the heavy, deeper writing,
Yeah.
where he starts to talk about an unexpected pregnancy that he might not want. He's might not be ready to have a baby right now, or his feelings about being unsure. So, Hey Jane, is the next track, and like I said, it talks about how he's not really ready to give up his lifestyle and his freedoms, and that he's terrified of the thought of having a baby. And I thought the concept of him having a conversation with his baby mother or whatever was interesting. So
Yeah, this is
again, great writing.
Yeah, this I would say this song probably has the strongest writing of any song on the album. If not, it's definitely up there. His first verse is from his perspective, talking about his opinion and his thoughts. Then the second verse is him rapping as the girl or from the woman's perspective, which
Yep.
is it's a risky thing to do, I feel like, in 2024 with just how the world is, but like I feel like he actually did it very tastefully and it's taken very seriously. It doesn't seem like a joke or like a weird thing. Like I think it works and not many people could do that. It's not like a bop that you're going to go back to, but the writing is great. I think it's probably the best writing on the album. Yeah. Really
Yeah,
cool.
and this is really where the album, like the whole concept of the album, I feel like kind of takes it might be the peak, you know what I'm saying, of the concept of the album, because later in the album he ties, his thoughts about being an absent father to his own absent father. And I just feel like in terms of the writing overall from the album, this builds the story for the album. So this is definitely one of the best songs on the album, Hey Jane. But next is I Killed You,
Hmm.
explaining how he's more comfortable really just embracing his heritage. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like
What do you
I
think?
like Tyler's verse on I killed you, right? That's what the
Yeah.
title is. So, yeah, I like Tyler's verse. I thought the production was really good. I wish there was a second Tyler verse cuz I really like the production on this song, but it's like a little bit shorter, just one quick verse. I
Yeah.
liked it though. Like I wish it was longer. I like that one. It was just a short
Yeah.
one,
I don't
not a
have too
ton
much to
there.
say about it. I just,
Yeah.
yeah. But next we got Judge Judy. What do
Hmm.
you think about Judge Judy?
It's not one that I'll listen to a lot, but I actually really liked it. And I thought it was really good. Like even the songs that Tyler puts on these albums recently that I'm not going to go back to or bang in my car, like they're meaningful, the writing's good, the production's good, they're interesting, they don't sound like every other song. Like it's not one of my favorites on the track list, but I'm still glad it's there and I still like it and I think it's like an interesting song. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it at all.
I don't think it's maybe the strongest on the track list either, but at the same time, I feel like his flows and cadence fits perfectly almost with it. So still a solid song. But then you start to get more versatile
This is the
Tyler,
one.
because this is definitely the one. He goes from Judge Judy talking about, a girl named Judy, how he's not going to judge her for sex. It's more slower, more thoughtful, whatever. Then you get into Sticky,
Mhm.
where it's almost like lunchroom raps and production with the school bells and tabletop beats with the Glorilla, Sexy Red, and Lil Wayne features, which were absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
Like you couldn't have done it better for that song. It's the perfect three. Um,
so crazy.
Maybe like my favorite song on the album is probably Sticky. Like
It's
it's so
hard to
good.
say it's not because it's
Right.
so fun to listen to, and like you're just gonna want to listen to this a bunch of times. It's
so
definitely
good.
one of the best. It's so fun.
Sticky. It's
Yeah.
getting sticky.
It's
Like,
yeah.
that's just fire.
I wrote Sticky as a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Really catchy and really fun. Would have loved if Lil Wayne's verse was longer. That's my only complaint. It's a bop. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
the
The
tabletop
sexy,
beat, that
the
shit, like the
chorus.
schoolroom production is so good.
It starts with like the chanting in the beginning or like
Yeah.
whatever, and then it kind of like builds and builds as the song goes, and then the production gets all crazy. Lil Wayne's verse is fire. Sexy Red with the
It was
sticky, like
perfect. It
it's
was a
crazy.
perfect. It was perfect.
I wasn't expecting a song like this on the album, I don't think, but it was really fun. I loved it.
Oh yeah,
Do
me too.
people like this song online? Do people not
I don't
like
know.
it because
I
Sexy
don't
Red's
know.
on it?
I have
I
no idea.
like it.
I
I'm
mean,
in.
I'm sure there's sexy red haters out there that don't like it, but
I will.
it's the perfect feature for this song on top of Lil Wayne and Glorilla. Perfect.
I was
But
hoping Sexy would be on the album. I'm glad she was there.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Next we got what? Take Your Mask Off,
Yeah.
where Tyler's talking about people that are street struck, saying that he hopes people that may be lost in ego find themselves on Take Your Mask Off, where it becomes clear later in the song that he's actually talking about his younger self, and it turns into an introspective, like, self therapy session. So again, super strong writing, great concept. What do you think?
Yeah, four really great verses from Tyler. Like he has four good verses on here. Really beautiful, like sweet vocals from Danielle Caesar and Latoya Williams on here as well. I mean, yeah, you kind of summed it up. The gist of the song is just like be yourself, take your mask off, stop pretending to be other people. Tyler kind of preaches that a lot in his music, especially recently. Yeah, that's the message of this one, and I actually really like this song a lot too. Like I
Yeah,
think
me too.
his verses are really good. The Daniel Caesar vocals are great. It's just like a perfect Tyler song.
Yeah, and really he just continues to showcase his strong writing with Tomorrow, where he
Yeah.
talks about the pain of time passing, seeing the people he loves get old. From the soulful singing performance into a solid rap verse where he asks himself if he'll finally settle down and create a family. This is where he starts to get a lot more introspective, and I feel like, I don't know. It's, you can see the album taking the rounding out, I feel like, here at this point.
Yeah, he's really it's crazy how much we've seen Tyler like mature and change over the years. Like in this just picturing like Yonkers 15 years ago,
Right.
and now we're here with Tomorrow where he's talking about like aging and does he want to be a dad and his friends and his family and fame and like these songs are just as fun and enjoyable to listen to me as Yonkers was back in the day and still is.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
whether that's just because of the production or the writing or all of it or I'm Tyler biased, but he like he just kills it. Like I'm in. Even on the slow, love, introspective, meaningful songs, like I'm in.
Right.
I still
I
think they're
know.
fun.
But then he doesn't let you get like too locked into the slow introspective shit, because then he gets back into the cocky raps with the wartime music type production,
Yeah.
with a great Schoolboy Q verse, by the way. But where Tyler addresses the recent comments he had about Ian,
Mm-hmm.
mocking rap, and people got mad at him for it, basically saying to go fuck off, and they thought the old ignorant troll Tyler was dead. Hence the title, Thought I Was Dead. Great song. And I love to see him get back to his way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that shit. So I fuck with that one.
Yeah, I think Thought I Was Dead. It's hard to say. It really is because I like a lot of them. This might be my favorite or the best song on the album. I'm really glad Schoolboy Q is here. The beat on this one is crazy. I love the hook. Great verses. The Schoolboy Q feature. Glad he's on the album. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite tracks on the project as well. So good.
And then you get one of the best songs maybe on the album, Like Him, where he talks about asking his mother if he looks like his father, who obviously we know throughout Tyler's whole discography, he's always talked about never beating his father and the effects that had on his life. To Tyler's mother talking, or I'm sorry, taking the blame for the father leaving, saying that he actually wanted to be a father and asking for forgiveness from Tyler. And this kind of again rounds out the album in a sense that his mom was on a lot of the intros. She had a lot of like
Mm-hmm.
monologue where she was talking to Tyler, saying how she's proud of him. And that's really an ongoing theme where she's supporting him through the album,
Yeah.
saying that she loves him and stuff like that. So yeah, one of the best songs on the album. And it's interesting to I don't know. It's crazy to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's clearly one of the songs that means the most to Tyler, like on the album. It's not one that I'm gonna, like I said, listen to a bunch, bang in my car, but clearly meaningful, great writing. Glad it's here. Like it's crazy. Tyler could put out a song like this, and I'm into it. Like not many
Yeah.
people could put out this song and have me into it.
Yeah. Fair enough. But then he ends off the album with, excuse me, I hope you find your way home, where he continues to talk about the unexpected pregnancy that never happened for whatever reason. And at this point, it comes clear that, like I said earlier, he didn't want to be an absent father, and the events in Hey Jane tied into this song. Also saying that his Louis V collection never came to fruition and that embarrassed him. So I feel like this kind of tied together the whole like writing concept of the album, where he had this unexpected pregnancy scare, um, and then he goes into talking about how his own absent father, affected his life, and he didn't want to be an absent father, but he wasn't ready to have a kid. So I just felt like that was a big pillar in this album in terms of the writing, and
Yeah.
it really just tied together in a bow uh, on I Hope You Find Your Way Home. And that rounded off the album. So what do you think about the last song?
Yeah, I think it's like a really great ending to the album. Strong verse from Tyler, the send off from his mom at the end. Real quick, you did skip Balloon, and I just want to mention
Yeah.
that Balloon I really liked. The I Wanna Rock sample on Balloon is fun. It's just like a fun beat. Doechii has a fun verse. It's like a high energy, upbeat song. I just don't want to pass over that because I do really like
Yeah, my
Balloon.
bad.
But yeah,
I
I
didn't
hope
have
you
a note
find your
on
way
it.
home is like the perfect ending to Chromacopia. It sums up kind of the whole idea of the album, everything that he's been talking about. He kind of sums it all up in one really good verse. The little send off from his mom at the end. Album ends. Great ending to the album. Like, it's hard to not give this album such like a high score because what's wrong with it?
I mean, yeah, I got like, yeah, I don't know. He's done it again. You know what I'm saying? Tyler has done it again from the basics of the album, like it is like at times his ignorant rapping to the at others soft vocal performances, the always unique and genre pushing production. You know what I mean? The super genre bending production that you've never heard before. The intricacies of the album, from the song concepts to the storytelling and sequence. He did really not miss on a single point in this album. The braggadocious songs like Thought I Was Dead or Ratata to the thoughtful stories like a Hey Jane of the unexpected pregnancy, how he doesn't want to be an absent father like his own, the loving cameos by his mom throughout the album, and the monologues really showcased how she's always been there for him and giving him advice through his life and supporting him. And I felt like a big, again, pillar in this album.
Yeah,
It was a
it's
great album.
Chromacopia really does feel like going into it, you're like, his last three, he's had like such a great 3 album run. It's up there with like the greatest of all time when you really think about it. Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost are 3 really good projects that performed well, sold a lot. He won Grammys, all that shit. He's on top of the world. And Chromacopia is like, he took the best aspects of those and put them into one album. It's not super long. It's not a chore to listen to. There's great features. There's upbeat, fun songs. There's braggadocious rapping Tyler. There's the sweet singing Tyler. There's the crazy production. I really don't have many complaints. I'm at least at like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'm at like a 9.3, 9.4. I'm up there. It's
I
good. I
put
loved it.
9.3. I might knock it down just a point or two because I don't know. Not a full point, but a point of a point, one or a tenth of a point,
Yeah,
because
I went with 9.2 officially.
I feel like
Like,
there's not a lot of songs that necessarily stand out to me like that I want to replay a lot. I mean,
I mean,
Sticky is the one.
Ratata,
Yeah.
Sticky, Take Your Mask Off, Thought I Was
Yeah.
Dead, Balloon. Balloon is
There's
a
great
fun,
songs. I'm not
re-listenable
saying
one to me.
they're all great songs. You know what I'm saying? But there's not one that stood out to me that's like, okay, I'm going to replay this 50 times. I'll go back and replay the whole album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the only reason it's not a 10. I give it a 9.3. Great album. I think we know what tier this is going in our tier list. Don't really got to talk about it too much.
I guess we can decide which ones does it go above then, because we know we're putting Chromacopia in the perfect album tier. I wasn't sure if we would, but after listening to it, it's hard to deny that it's as close to a
Yeah,
perfect album as anything else we got up there.
I mean, easily. It's
I
better
know
than the
where I'm
Logic
at.
album.
I'm like there, man.
Mm,
You're not above Rich Ass Haitian.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough.
It's close to that. I'm not opposed to moving it down one or two,
It is
but
great.
it's
Nah,
one of my
I'm all right with
favorites.
that. I'm all right with that. It's great writing, great rapping, great production. There's not. I can't really say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So why not? That's all right for now.
That leaves us at 9 perfect albums this year after we've added Chromacopia to the list. Chromacopia is just, it's really good. As
Yeah,
maybe
go
we're
listen to
Tyler
it.
biased, which we
I
probably
don't
are.
think
We've been
so.
fans of Tyler for so long, but I don't see how you could listen to this and not think it's like great.
The writing is so good. Like
Did you watch
the
the
story comes
Fantano
together
review?
so perfectly.
Did
No,
you watch Fantano's review of it already? What do you want to guess Anthony Fantano gave Chromacopia before we move on to Eternal Take
I
2?
don't know, bro. 3.
No, you won't be mad. He's a Tyler lover.
I don't know.
Light
8.
8.
Fair enough. That's what he
I
gives
mean,
everything.
really, I feel like he gives everything super low scores. I was
Yeah,
like, okay,
or he just hates. It's either an 8 or a hate.
just
You
that's
heard
it.
it here
No in
first.
between.
No in
Fantano
between.
sucks.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm a Fantano hater, bro.
But yeah, Chromacopia. I Man, it's just like crazy. We only found out about it 2 weeks ago, and then it's here, and it's one of the best albums of the year, undeniably.
Easily. Yeah.
Does it win the Grammy for Rap Album of the Year like his last 2 albums have, or
Mm,
does We Don't Trust You? We Don't Trust You on the list is like what else can compete with it? Blue Lips will probably be
I
nominated.
mean,
We Don't Trust You. Like I doubt they're nominating Eminem. I doubt they're
no, they're not.
nominating Rich Ass Haitian.
No.
Logic, no. J. Cole, no. Like COD, no. What else is competing with Chromacopia for Rap Album of the
In
Year?
terms of Grammys, yeah, I don't know.
Like I feel like it's kind of a shoe in at this point. After one
Yeah.
or two, I've listened to it like 2.5 times, I guess. I
I
just
mean, could be Eminem, but probably
I
will
just
be
find that
Tyler.
hard to believe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Like
probably Tyler.
I would not be mad if he won the Grammy for this.
Not
It's
at
not
all.
exactly a rap album though. That's the thing. They should just give him Album of the Year.
It's a rap album, though.
Is it? I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely more of a rap album than Igor. There's definitely rap. This one makes more sense.
He's
Igor as a
rapping
rap
in every
album doesn't
song,
make sense.
essentially.
Yeah,
I think there's only like what 2 songs maybe that he doesn't rap in.
yeah, like Hey Jane and Like Him or something.
Even
Right?
in that, even in
Yeah,
them songs, he raps.
right.
But
It's definitely yeah. I would categorize this as a rap album, but yeah, I love Chromacopia. I'm in.
yeah, me too.
Where does
I'm
it
all the way in.
Where does it rank among Tyler's discography? Because you say Igor's your favorite. Where does this
Yeah,
rank?
Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost are my favorite too. I don't know. It's hard.
I would put this at number 3 for me.
It's probably right around there for me somewhere. I don't
I would,
know. I don't know. Might be number 2. I have to give it some time. I have to
yeah,
re-listen a few more times. Go back to Sticky a few more times. Go back to Ratata.
it's a
Give
fun
me
album.
give me a minute to put it on his album ranking. I don't
Well,
want to say it yet.
right now I'm going Flower Boy, Call Me If You Get Lost, Chromacopia,
Fair enough. Fair
and
enough.
then Wolf, Goblin, Bastard, Igor, Cherry.
What? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't like Igor though. I just don't.
I
I
see
like
what you're
Earthquake.
saying.
I get it, but
Alright.
the whole album is just not as fun as all those others to me. But yeah, I like Chromacopia. I'm in. But okay,
All right.
we have another album to review though. This
Yep.
one's like a highly anticipated one. Lil Uzi Vert, Eternal Take 2. This was also kind of an album that was just announced, and then 2 weeks later you have the album. Not as highly anticipated as Chromacopia, maybe. Uzi's just not as big in the culture as Tyler is nowadays, but Eternal Take 2 is here. We've listened to it. Yeah, what do you think of Eternal Take 2?
Well, he definitely goes back to his classic Uzi sound, pre Pink Tape.
I agree.
Because the last thing we had from him was Pink Tape, the whole rock Uzi era, which I didn't mind. I thought it was pretty decent. I liked it more than most people, I would say. But yeah, he starts off the album on We Good with the classic Uzi sounds. I thought was
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
Lightyear. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, We Good, I thought was like a solid intro. Like you do, well, as soon as you listen to it, you're like, okay, we're getting classic Uzi sound. Like that was my first thought when We Good came out. I was like, oh yeah, we're going back to classic Uzi.
Yeah, and I guess maybe sadly to say, it's one of the highlights of the album for me. I feel like it's one of the better songs on the album, the intro. But I feel like that might be the case for, I don't know. Pink Tape, Flooded the Face was arguably the best song. So I think he did it maybe again here with We Good being the best song on this album. But maybe
Yeah,
not,
not to me.
because track 2 with Lightyear, great flows, maybe the best Uzi rapping I've heard in the past few years. Love the production. Yeah, what'd you think of Lightyear?
Yeah, Lightyear to me is the best Uzi rapping performance of all time. I don't know if I've ever heard him go that crazy rap wise. It's probably my top 3 favorite Uzi songs ever. Like I loved Lightyear a lot.
Yeah, no, it's great. I think probably it's that and We Good that are the two best songs on the album to me. Maybe yeah.
Yeah,
Lightyear, I'll give it to Lightyear as the best though, because that is arguably Uzi's best rapping. Like
We
he
Good
does
isn't
go
in my
crazy.
top 5 of best songs on this album though. But Lightyear is
No?
number 1 to me. But We Good is
Okay.
not in my top 5. Now, I don't really like We
Interesting.
Good that much.
Okay, interesting. I guess we get on to Meteor Man. I
Yeah,
fuck with the production and the voice manipulation.
it's
I felt
cool.
like at this point though in the album, I feel like the flows start to get a little repetitive, a little bit annoying. I feel like from Meteor Man to the Rush with the Big Time Rush feature,
Stupid.
just some bad songs.
Yeah.
Pars and Mars was a
Also a
skip.
skip to me.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like some really repetitive hooks, just some lackluster performances from Uzi. And I just felt like that chunk of the album was just really weak.
You know what's not a skip to me though? Is Not an Option. I
Yeah,
really
that's where it
like that one.
stops. Yeah.
Like I think Not an Option is really good. The production's fun. Uzi, I just feel like Uzi's kind of like getting in a fun new bag. Like he's kind of pulling out the old sounds. He's putting a little more effort into like the actual rapping performances and the verses. Not
Yeah.
on every song, but there are some strong Uzi songs on this album, and I think Not an Option is one of them.
Yeah, I agree. I like that he gets back into the high energy style. I love the rage like production on Chips and Dip. I thought
Yeah,
was great.
Chips and Dip I really like. Mr. Chow and Lift 'em Up are okay to me. It's a
Yeah,
decent 3-track run,
Mr.
but Chips
Chow's
and Dip
good.
I liked a lot.
Black Hole is a vibe. And then Chill Bay, I also thought was really good. Good
I
needed sound switch. I
I,
thought at track 12, one
I
of the
wasn't
better
sure if
on
you'd
the
like
album.
that. I wasn't
Yeah,
sure if you would
for
like Chill
sure.
Bay, but I liked it a lot.
I like his flows and his voice. I thought it fit perfectly with the song.
Yeah, that 4-track run from Chill Bay, Goddard Song, Perky Sex, and Conceited are like you get like a 4-track run of slower love songs, and they're
Yeah.
pretty fine. I like Chill Bay, I like Conceited. The other two are kind of whatever, but it is a good like diversity, like getting switching up the sound a bit when you get in the
Yeah.
back third of the album. They're okay.
Yeah, because I felt like first two songs were great. 3 to 5 was bad.
Yeah,
And then the rest were good. That's how I
yeah,
felt about this album.
I would agree for the most part. Yeah,
I think, like you said, Conceited and Chill Bay are the two best out of that 4-track run that you mentioned. And then to end off the album with the flow switch on Space High, where he gets back into the um,
yeah,
up
like
tempo,
mm-hmm.
Uzi. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he definitely returned. Um, Uzi definitely returned to his pre-Pink Tape sound, giving us classics sounds on songs like We Good. Like I said, some of Uzi's best rapping in recent memory with Lightyear. Switched the low voice to the high voice, which I thought was interesting throughout the album. Yeah, it felt very versatile and sound. Overall, some weak spots. Like I said, 3 to 5. The Rush, Pars and Mars, a little
Yeah.
bit too repetitive.
I agree,
But
but I mean, there's only 16 songs, 49 minutes. It's not a task. It's not 90 minutes like Pink Tape was. You get the high energy bangers, Lightyear, Not an Option. We get the chill bays, the conceited. Like, I thought it was pretty good. I like it better than Pink Tape personally. I wasn't a
yeah,
big fan of that. But yeah, there's definitely some misses on here. I'm like, the song is whatever. I don't really need it. But I
I mean,
enjoyed it still pretty a
he
good amount. Like, I thought this
showcased
was good.
he showcased his versatile ear for good music. You know what I'm saying? It went from rage to like love songs to just straight rapping to trap. You know what I'm saying? There was a good mix, variation in sound throughout the album. Chips and Dip to Conceited, you know what I'm saying? To almost completely different sounds. You know, the up tempo shit like Space High and Lightyear. Maybe not his strongest project overall, but I gave it a 7.5.
I gave it a 7.8. So Yeah, I thought it was pretty
There you
good though. Like, there's definitely some good songs that I'll go back to and listen to. I'm glad we got some new Uzi, and I liked it more than the last project. So yeah, I'm happy
Yeah,
with it.
I've seen some people unnecessarily hating on it. I feel like they probably got to that 3 to 5 track run, probably turned it off. But if you make it through that, it ends on a high, starts on a high, ends on a high. Solid album.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. When it comes to the tier list of 2024 albums, where does Eternal Atake 2 fall on the tier list? A few
So many great
misses, good,
albums.
not
Like
great.
it's hard because it's gonna seem like we're putting it so low, but we're not because just these albums are so good. Um, it's not. I don't. It's
Yeah.
not as good as American Dream to me. I don't think 21 Savage. I don't think it's as good maybe as
So you're in
Marciology. I
you're
don't
in a
think it's
few
that good.
misses.
Yeah,
That's probably where I'm at too.
slightly under 21, maybe slightly over Kanye.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of where I'm at too. Let me grab the goddamn album. Above Don. They're probably similar scores to me.
Hard to say. I just felt like the Don Toliver album was so hyped it didn't quite live up to its expectation.
So right there,
It's
one
around
spot
there.
above.
It's around there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm good
like
with that.
it may look low, but yeah, like you said, there's just so many albums and a lot of good ones. Eternal Take Two was pretty good. Like, I enjoyed my listen. Wasn't mad at all. It wasn't super long. I liked
Yeah,
it.
and if you're an Uzi fan, you're gonna like this album.
Definitely. Especially if you're like a fan of old Uzi and like EXO Tour Life, like you get some of that old sound back.
Right.
I thought it was good.
Same.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
it. That's
Chromacopia,
it.
Eternal
Yep.
Take Two, Thug is out. 50 Cent said, "Fuck your money, Trump. I'm not playing your rally."
I got vitamin water for
Yeah,
days,
there you
just
go.
like Tom.
And also, we already have two albums that we know we're going to talk about next week on the show because West Side Gun, as we mentioned last week, he dropped Still Praying, the highly anticipated sequel to Pray for Paris, and he dropped a 5-song EP called 11, dropped them on back-to-back days. So we're listening to both of those next week.
Yep.
And yeah, whatever else drops, whatever other news we got, we'll let you know. We'll be back
have
next
a new
week.
game next week. We'll have another segment. We'll come with the heat. You already know.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe. New episodes every Monday. We love you. You can find us on socials. Obviously, all the links are below. Yeah, shout out.
Peace.
Peace.
It's Off the Top podcast, got you laughing like you hit the gas pack. Show is crazy like you watching Mad Max. Every other podcast is mad whack. Off the Top podcast.